Hi everyone, my name is Ifoma. I am 26 years old. I got married at the age of 24. When I met my husband Femi, I fell deeply in love with him. It felt like a match made in heaven. So when he proposed, I was so happy. Femi owned his own house. So when we got married, I immediately moved into his house. 2 months after our marriage, his younger sister came visiting. We were close at the time, so I had no issues with her staying over. After a while, we started having issues because of how badly she behaved. She ate and slept all day without assisting or doing anything around the house. I tried to complain, but my husband always ignored. So I decided to keep quiet since she was only staying for a month. After a month, she left. I was happy and my marriage became so peaceful. But to my surprise, she returned after a month with her younger sister, and together they made my life a living hell. They messed the whole house and yet refused to fix anything or help in cleaning the house. Initially, I asked my husband not to bring in any maid since I didn't want anyone to interrupt the peace in my home. But with the way things were going, I had to insist that a maid be brought into the house, but my husband refused. I am the only child of my parents, and I really hated it because I had no one to call or talk to. I wished I had siblings so I could also bring them over to the house. My husband was really sweet, and the only time we ever had arguments or misunderstanding was when it came to his sisters. He loved and defended them, and he claimed the reason I don't understand them is because I don't have siblings of my own. So for that reason, I don't understand the bond of siblings. There were 6 rooms in the house, but these 2 sisters decided to share one room. They were so close that at times I envied them so much. One day, I had left for work and came back to see my room in a complete mess. Bisola, the youngest sister, was coming out of my bathroom wearing my bathrobe. I lost it that day. That day, I showed him the crazy side of me. I yelled at all of them and shouted till my lungs almost broke. He apologized and claimed his sisters had strange noises in their room and decided to use mine. Really, I said. Of all the rooms in this house, they had to come to mine. I didn't say much and let it slide. Slowly, they started coming to our bedroom unannounced. I spoke to my mother about this, and she said that they might not be used to having me around and might not be used to having their brother being married. I became frustrated and slowly started losing weight. One day, my husband traveled for business and left me with his sisters. I decided I was going to go stay at my friend's place because I didn't want to spend the weekend with those 2 in the house. I got to my friend's place, but unfortunately she was not in the house, so I decided to go back home. When I got home, I had loud music playing in the sitting room. I got in and wanted to turn it off, but on second thoughts, I said to myself, what if these girls had brought a man into the house and they are using loud music as a distraction? I decided to investigate. I then moved slowly to their door and listened carefully. I could hear loud moaning coming from their room. Bingo, I said to myself. I finally caught them. I looked through the broken knob on the door, but was shocked to see that these 2 sisters had no man with them, but instead they were making out with one another. I was dumbfounded. I almost lost it. I went back to my room in shock and disbelief. I thought throughout the night of what my next move should be. I decided I was going to plant a camera in their rooms and then show my husband the evidence, because I was sure he would never believe me if I had told him what I saw. I told a friend to help me get mini cameras that I could plant in their rooms and watch through my phone. I decided to put the cameras up in their room, the sitting room, and also in my bedroom, just to be sure. I waited for my husband and his sisters to leave the house. I then secretly planted the cameras in hidden places. One day, my husband and I left for work. As soon as I got the opportunity at the office, I opened my phone to see what the sisters were up to. To my disappointment, my husband was in the sitting room with them. I hissed and was about to close my phone and go back to work when I saw something strange. I saw the girls kissing right in front of their brother. My mind skipped for a bit and I watched eagerly. He smiled and stood up and walked over to join them. I watched these siblings have sex right before my eyes. I couldn't breathe. A lot of things were running through my head. Did he lie about being siblings with them? Or is one of them adopted? Or are they all adopted? I couldn't concentrate at work. By the time I got home that day, I was running a high fever. My husband tried to touch me, but I was so disgusted and avoided him with everything I had. I asked him, "Are you sure you all are siblings from the same mother and father?" And he said yes. I wanted to know why I asked. I told him nothing was wrong and I just felt like asking. After that day, I secretly started preparing my travel documents. When everything was set, I sold my car and some other things I wouldn't be needing anymore. I left with all my things and then sent him a message along with the videos of him having sex with his sisters on different occasions. I told him to pay a certain amount into my account, else I was going to post the video and send it to everyone they ever knew. He begged and pleaded with me to forgive and come back, that he would change and that he would explain. Well, I was not interested in any form of explanation for such incest. It was the most disgusting thing I have ever witnessed. He sent the money and I left the country. Till date, he keeps paying my bills and I am staying away from relationship for the time being. Well, that is my story and thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and hit the share button. Bye and thanks for watching, guys.